There's a Beechworth wine grower using geese for pest control and replanting their vineyard with Spanish varieties. And they just made one of Australia's best Albariños. We recently held a blind tasting of Australian Albariño as part of our deep dive series at younggunofwine.com. Our panel of winemakers and sommeliers picked their favourites, tasted completely blind. And this wine, the 2024 Weathercraft Albariño, was selected as one of the top wines. In the glass, you immediately notice it's different from your typical crisp, lean Albariño. There's a creaminess here, around a textured mouthfeel that comes from barrel fermentation. The wine opens with orchard stone fruits and white florals and lime. Then there's a white pepper spice on the palate too, with a savoury, nutty and salty finish. The Vigneron here is Raquel Jones. She ferments the grapes in neutral oak, old barrels that add texture, not flavour. The wine breathes through the oak in a way that it can't in a sealed tank, building a rounder, creamier mouthfeel. The wine then spends 12 months on lees in barrel, resting on spent yeast and grape solids, which adds those nutty, brioche-like layers without losing the citrus drive. It's intriguing that there's a definite saline edge in this wine. When people think of Albariño, they often think of Rías Baixas, the spiritual home of Albariño on the coast within the Galicia province of Spain. Coastal regions commonly impart a saline or sea spray quality to wines, but here in Australia's Beechworth wine regions, hundreds of kilometres inland, there's a definite saline note. So that saltiness either comes from the variety itself or the Weathercraft vineyard with its granite-rich soils. Raquel and her husband bought this vineyard in 2014 and transformed it from conventional farming to biological viticulture. Biological farming is all about working with nature and food chain ecosystems to keep everything in check, naturally. So they eliminated herbicides and pesticides, and now they're using geese to patrol the vine rows, attacking vine pests like snails, as well as helping to fertilise the property. And that pursuit of sustainability led Raquel to look at new varieties to suit a changing climate. Her Spanish heritage drew her to replant with Tempranillo and Monastrell and Garnacha and Albariño. And in fact, Weathercraft was the first to plant Albariño in Beechworth. Raquel sourced grapevine clones that came from the Spanish province of Galicia in the northwestern corner of Spain. She saw similar granite profile there and made the connection. What works in Galicia could work here. And in the way it's made, this wine has echoes of Beechworth's iconic chardonnays, but it's with a new climate-smart grape for the future. For the full deep dive into Australian Albariño, head to younggunofwine.com. Cheers.